and welcome class 12 commerce. Today in this business studies class I will continue with the consumer protection chapter, and today I will discuss about two important topics from that chapter. So my first topic for today is remedies or reliefs available to consumers. So first I will discuss about the remedies available to consumers. Now let's focus on this topic. The remedies available to consumers as per Consumer Protection Act 1986 are as follows. One by one I will discuss them. So the first remedy that the Consumer Protection Act can offer to the consumer is removal of defects. Removal of defects. If the product proves to be a defective one, then after proper testing, the appropriate authority can pass an order for the removal of that defective piece of product. This is the first remedy they can offer. Secondly is replacement of goods. Replacement of goods. This means that the appropriate authority can pass an order to replace the goods the consumer is not happy with, or the consumer, if they find any defective piece of good, then after proper scrutiny, after proper testing process, the defective piece of good must be replaced with another proper piece of the product having similar features. So this is the second remedial that the authority can offer. Second is a refund of price. Now, if they cannot replace the goods, they will go for refund of price. Refund of price of the product. The price that the consumer has paid for the product, if the product proves to be a defective one, then the appropriate authority can pass an order to refund the price by the seller or by the producer to the consumer on the basis of their complaint. So, this is also another offer. Next is payment of compensation. Payment of compensation. Payment of compensation. That is the appropriate authority also can pass an order to pay the compensation to the consumer if the consumer has suffered any physical injury or any loss due to on the part of negligence from the producer, or due to ignorance of the producer or manufacturer. If he has suffered any loss or any other physical injury, then compensation, he deserves a compensation. The consumer deserves a compensation, and it is the duty of the producer to compensate for the loss according to the Consumer Protection Act. So proper authorities should also take care of this matter, that whether they are compensated, the consumers concerned are compensated for their loss or not. Next is ban of unfair trade. Number 5 is ban of unfair trade. This means an order can be passed for the discontinuation of the unfair trade practice with immediate effect, because it proves to be if the product proves to be a bad thing, if it harms, if it proves to be a hazardous one which can cause a physical hazard to anybody, so that product can immediately be seized. That product should, the seller should immediately stop the production, because it should be banned by the authority. Ban means it should be boycotted by the society. It should not be, it should be prohibited for using. It should be prohibited. The product should be prohibited for the use of the consumer. Banning means this. With immediate effect. So ban is another remedy. Then withdrawal of hazardous good. Ban of unfair trade is quite similar to the 6th point, that is withdrawal of hazardous any goods is causing any hazard, any health hazard, then considering the adverse effect on the consumer, that the production should be stopped and that product should be withdrawn from the market. So this is another kind of remedy that can be applied. So these are the possible remedies, these are the possible reliefs available to the consumers. You have to cover up these points whenever you will be asked to the possible remedies that a Consumer Protection Act can offer. Now we move to the second topic. Now today's second topic that I will discuss is the role of role of NGOs. Or what are these NGOs? Now NGOs means consumer organizations, consumer awareness organizations. In India, there are about 500 consumer organizations. There are about 500 NGOs that function for the protection of the consumers. In the field of consumer protection, these organizations have contributed immensely for the protection of the interest of the consumers. What are those? Maybe Consumer Guidance Society, or Consumer Forum, or it can be Grahak Samiti, so there are a lot of NGOs which has immense contribution in the field of this consumer protection. Now what these organizations, what these NGOs offer, they are created for the particular purpose. What are those purposes? First of all, they promote the consumer awareness. They promote the consumer awareness. This is their function. They create awareness among the consumers. These organizations arrange conferences, seminars, workshops to aware the consumers towards their right. They publish journals and brochures and educate the consumers. They bring out periodicals to enlighten the consumers about the consumers' development, mental development. Now, also they can provide legal advice. They can provide free legal advice to the consumers. This also they can do. They provide free services in the matters of consumers' interest. They help the consumers to take their grievances in the district forum, in the state commission, in the national commission. They run voluntary complaint centers for the interest of the consumers. So these things are the functions of NGOs. Apart from these, they organize training programs. They also organize training programs, different training programs they run also for the protection of the consumer's interest. They organize various programs, various campaigns on various consumer issues to create a social awareness among every consumer. Also, they protest the illegal practices. They ensure better dealing with the consumers. They arrange investigation program, many things they do. These organizations play a vital role in eliminating the evil practices such as black marketing, profiteering, adulteration of goods, then coloring of food, and then hoarding. They encourage the customer to raise their voice against any kind of illegal goods, any kind of unfair trade practices or malpractices going on. They also, organization collects samples of the different products and test them to judge the quality of each product. These are to help the consumers in a better way to know about the product, or if they have any kind of grievance, they can resolve the matter. In this way, they help in resolving the different problems, the different hazards faced by the consumers. They act in the interest, protect the interest of the consumers in this way, these NGOs. So today up till this, and I end the chapter also here. I hope whatever I have explained in 3 videos you have understood. More explanation I will provide in the online classes. And also please click on the link if you see a description box to get the notes in PDF form. So till then, goodbye.